As the pandemic persists, whether states should expand vote by mail in November has become a polarizing issue.
Mail-in voting is a terrible thing.
It has increased participation. This is a no-brainer.
For the record, voting by mail isn't a new idea, as every state already has some kind of vote by mail program in place. 5 states conduct all voting by mail. Other states allow absentee voting, 16 of which require a valid excuse for requesting an absentee ballot. The other 29 and Washington, D.C. offer an absentee ballot upon request with no excuses needed. But even states that offer no excuse absentee ballots are not prepared for a large volume of votes by mail. Take Wisconsin, for example. This is what their April 7th election looked like. With a stay-at-home order in place, the number of absentee ballot requests overwhelmed the system, and many never received their ballots. So on Election Day, thousands of Wisconsinites masked up and waited in long lines to cast their ballots. As the pandemic wears on, election experts say it is time to open up absentee ballots to all voters. It's a popular idea. A recent poll found 3 in 4 Americans are in favor. But vote by mail has its skeptics.
They want to take away the safeguards that ensure the integrity of the election process.
The concern is not completely unfounded. A ballot in the mail, in theory, could be tampered with. However, election fraud in all forms is extremely rare. In fact, none of the 5 states which hold all mail-in elections have had any major voter fraud scandals since instituting the program, thanks in part to measures like signature matching and post-election audits. Some Republicans also worry an all mail-in election will benefit Democrats.
This will be extremely devastating to Republicans and conservatives.
The reasoning is simple. Expanding access will result in more people voting, and a high turnout tends to favor Democrats. But it's more complicated than that. Researchers at Stanford looked into 3 states with vote-by-mail programs and concluded that the expansion of vote-by-mail did not give the Democrats an edge, nor did it appear to meaningfully affect election outcomes. However, it does boost voter turnout among both Democrats and Republican voters. Even if you are still not convinced, there's at least one thing that almost everyone agrees on. With the timeline of COVID-19 remaining uncertain, the number of people requesting absentee ballots will likely increase dramatically. To avoid repeating the nightmare of Wisconsin's primary, states better start preparing now.